Because the process.
Come on, Reverend.
Is not the product.
Yeah.
I need to hear somebody shout. It ain't over.
It ain't over.
Well, you're a little reserved. I need to hear somebody shout. It ain't over.
It ain't over.
James said, brethren,
ooh, yeah.
Count it
all joy.
All joy.
Ooh, yeah.
When you fall into different kinds of temptation.
Yeah, Lord.
Because you've been to school. You know that the trying of your faith worketh patience. The word pomano in the Greek means to endure. That is, you find out that you can take some things that you thought at first that you really couldn't handle. But James said, count it all joy when you enter or fall into different kinds of temptation, because the Lord is teaching you what you can take, because the trying of your faith worketh patience, and let patience have her perfect work. The word perfect is teleos in the Greek. It means to complete. And if James said, leave your challenges alone, don't fuss and fight and pout and pine or whine about your trials, because your trials are teaching you what you can take. And your trials, when they shall have been completed,
come on here.
He said, you will not be found wanting. Now, in 1982, yes, the automotive industry, yes, was really put on display, and the Ad Council featured their crash tests, and in the event of their featuring the crash tests with the objective of revealing the impact capacity that a vehicle can withstand.
Come on, Reverend.
They put in the driver's seat and in the passenger's seat 2 dummies, and they gave the dummies some names. Vince and Larry. And Vince and Larry were strapped in their seat belts. Vince nor Larry had any intelligence. Vince nor Larry had brain nor a heart in the chest. Just dummies. And during the crash tests, Larry and Vince would be all over the car, because they had to show how the impact would affect individuals who were not strapped down in the seat belts. And then they would put Vince and Larry back in the vehicle and go through another series of crash tests. But they would strap Larry and Vince down to reveal that upon impact, how one could save his or her life, even in the event of a crash. Come here for a minute. I believe Vince and Larry ought to stand up and testify, because they had come to this house tonight, but they've been in a lot of crash tests. Some people, they've been through a lot, but if you get in a conversation with them, like Vince and Larry, the motto of the commercial was, you can learn a lot dummy.
I'm a dummy.
Praise his name. I stop to tell you tonight, I've been in some crash tests. But I can tell you tonight, you can learn a lot from a dummy. Shake somebody's hand and tell them during the crash test, I found out what I can take. I've been up and I've been down. I've been in and I've been out. But by the help of the Lord, He strapped me down. I've been in and I've been out. Been through hell and high water. But thank God I'm still here. If you've been through the crash test, shake somebody's hand and tell them I survived the crash test. I'm still alive. I've been sick enough to die, but I survived my crash test. My husband, he crashed me. My children, they crashed me. My own family, they crashed me. The church, they crashed me. But here I am. Here I am. We're all survivors. Give God some praise and give Him glory because you survived your crash test. Anybody in the house ready to come out of the closet? James said, count it all joy. He said, consider it all joy because the process is not the product. If you want to know what the product is, he said it's going to be joy. If you want to know what the product is, it's going to be a better you. If you want to know what the product is, you're going to be wiser. You're going to be stronger. You're going to be better. So go ahead and take the crash. Go ahead and bang it down. You're going to cry for a while, but you're going to clap your hand later. You're going to be down for a while, but He's going to pick you up later. You might be sick for a while, but He's going to heal you later. James said, count it all joy. In other words, go ahead and start shouting ahead of time. Go ahead and start praising Him ahead of time. Count it all. Count it all joy. Any praisers in the house? Can you express your joy? I'll leave you when I tell you. A dear friend of the family, Dr. Charlie Bennett, a pastor in Detroit, has a brother Julius Bennett. He was a former alcoholic. He couldn't go a whole day without drinking and getting drunk. He now lives a sober life. He's a deacon at his church, but when he was drinking alcohol, he said, I would get up before day and go to the liquor store. And I know that the store wasn't open, but I'd get on the curbside and I'd sit right there and wait for the sun to rise. And I'd sit right there before the store was open. We asked him, why would you go so early? And why would you go there and the store was closed? He said, I would go every day and I would sit on the curb and wait for it to open because I knew when it opened, I was going to get what I went there for. He said, I went early. I waited on the boss man to unlock the door because when he opened the door, I was going to get what I wanted. You still didn't get what I said. He said, I went early. I sat on the curbside and waited for him to unlock the door because when he opened the door, I was going to get what I wanted. You still don't feel me. He said, I sat on the curbside waiting for the big man to come open the door because when he opened the door, I was going to go get what I came there for. Shake somebody's hand and tell them, hang on in there. Shout early. Praise Him ahead of time. Is there anybody in the house that can give God praise for what's coming? Can you shout hallelujah for what's on the way? Come on out of the closet. If you never wave the hand
We have decided to come out and close.